What is up, YouTube? This is Corona Gaming, and I got my first guide video for you all today on Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, before I get started on anything in this video, I want to just disclaimer here. There's going to be a little bit of spoilers, so if you want to go into this game with no spoilers at all, well, I mean, I guess you shouldn't be looking up a guide video in the first place, huh? Nothing major. All right, I'll clarify. I'm not showing any major storyline, story quest spoilers at all. This is just little side things that you can do to give yourself an edge early on in the game with very powerful weapons. All right, so let's get into it. As you can see here, I'm just going to show you the gear that I'm going to be showing you. Not my armor. The armor you can just buy with rubies. There's nothing special about that. But if you want, I'll show you where to get that. This right here, this weapon is one thing I'm going to show you, and then this bow is the other thing that I'm going to show you. All right, so I'll just show you the stats. This is the soldier's bow. You can get this literally within the first 5 minutes of the game. All right, 14 damage. You can get it before you even get a normal traveler's bow. So you can get the soldier's bow for 14 damage, and then the weapon is the 8-fold long blade. It does 32 damage. It's like this 32 damage is prevalent through so far into the game, if not even like the end of the game, as far as I know, because I was watching some streamers. So this is a very, very, very powerful weapon, and you can get this in just the second area you ever travel to. So let's show you where to get these weapons. I'll first go into the bow. Okay, so first things first, to get the bow, if you missed it, but this is where you first spawn in at the beginning of the game. All right, let me just show you on the mini map here. Right here, Shrine of Resurrection. This is where you spawn in at the beginning of the game, okay? Okay, so what you need to do, obviously, if you missed it, or if you're starting off the game, then you just are walking out normally. If you missed it, you're going to want to teleport back to here with your Sheikah Slate, and then you're going to run all the way to the Temple of Time. Okay, right there. That's that. Okay, the big old castle. First castle you see when you start the game. That's where you want to go. I'm going to just speed this up for you all here really quick. Alright, and there you just saw how much damage this weapon does early on in the game. I just one-shot that Bako real easy. Is it Bako or Boko? I don't even know. That's sad. But, anyways, so we're here at the Temple of Time. This, like I said, if you just follow that path that I showed you really quickly, running down right over there, that is where you spawn at the beginning of the game, right there. So if you just run down this little mountainside, come right up here, you are at the Temple of Time. It's getting some clouds over here, so it's going to be dark real quick. But what you want to do, there's actually two ways you can do this. You can just start climbing up this way. The other way, if you're at the front, and you just want to run around to the side here, this is the easier way. It doesn't require any climbing skills. But you just want to run over to this ladder and just climb up. Very simple. Alright, and once you're at the top of the ladder, you just run up, and now you're at the same place, essentially, as where you were climbing. So those are the two ways you can get up to the top of Temple of Time. You're going to do this in the storyline at some point anyways, so there is a chest right here. It's gone now. Oh, that's interesting, actually. It's gone now. So maybe you need to do this before you complete most of the storyline. So I recommend doing this when you first start the game or before you move on to the next areas. There's a chest that spawns right here, and that gives you the soldier's bow. This bow right here, 14 damage. It's like the strongest weapon you can get in the game this early on, especially. It's still stronger than the bows that I'm getting where I'm at in the third area, all the way out here. So good, very, very good bow. Very good, quick investment. Doesn't take any time at all, and it's a very powerful bow. All right, now for the sword, what you are going to want to do is once you've made it into this second area, if you're just following through the main quest line, it'll have you fly down here, and it'll take you out to this area. And if you unlock the tower in Necluda, West Necluda, then it's called the Dueling Peaks Tower. So I'm just going to teleport us there. All right, so here we are at the tower, the Dueling Peaks Tower on West Necluda. In West Necluda, this is that area right here, West Necluda. All right, now this is the shrine you are going to want to get to. It's called the Shivanir Shrine. I'm going to show you it. You can't really see it because it's hidden, but it's basically on top of this mountain. Okay, so it's a little difficult to get to, but I'll show you the fastest way, which is essentially spawning at the tower if you have unlocked the tower, and then you're going to want to run up this entire back mountainside. This it gets cold, so if you have good cold protection gear, then wear that. You want to save your cold resist food until you get up to an area where it starts being too cold. So I'm going to show you the best way to get there from the tower. Now, of course, if you have these other shrines, there's 3 shrines in this area. There's a shrine up there, and there's a shrine up there, and there's a shrine down there. So if you have any of these shrines unlocked already, obviously you can just teleport to it. But I'm going to show you the way if you don't have any of these shrines unlocked. So I'm going to let's go down here. I'm going to just speed this up for you guys, and then I'll talk through anything that gets a little difficult. But it's fairly straightforward for the entirety of the travel to get to the shrine. So right there, as you just saw, you can actually, there's a lot of slopes here where it'll keep you climbing, but if you just click let go, it'll let you stand here and just regain some of that stamina. So as you just saw, I just clicked X to let go, which is reversed for me, by the way, from the main settings, and it just lets you stand there on the slope anyways. I'm taking you guys through a path that has the most like standing still part, so it's safe. You don't have to worry about running out of stamina. Not necessarily the most direct, just climbing through there, because most people won't have enough stamina to just climb all the way up. So this is the path for the normal people like me. Alright, so we're at the next ridge here. It's going to start getting pretty cold pretty soon, so I'm going to want to eat my peppers pretty soon here, but let's just keep going. Alright, so right here, this little ledge right here, this is where it starts. Once you go up just a tiny bit longer, right there, that's where it cues it goes too cold for any normal clothing that you could be wearing. So right here is where you want to pop any heat-inducing, any cold-resist food that you have. So I'm just going to eat this really quick. You can make these, if you have any spicy peppers, you can literally just cook one single pepper in the little furnace thing, and you'll get a 2.5-minute cold resist dish. Very simple, because we're already here. So here we are. This is the shrine. If you do this at any other time during the day, like if you do it near nighttime, it'll get colder sooner. Or if you do it when it's raining, it'll get cold. Well, don't do this when it's raining, because when it's raining, the mountainside gets slick and it's harder to climb. So I recommend, if it's raining or if it's nighttime, just go sit by any campfire and wait until it is light out and not raining. Alright, so once you get to the shrine, you just run right in. Alright, and obviously if you're coming to the shrine for the first time, it's going to proc the text on screen. But what you want to do is ignore everything, ignore all these balls. It's very simple. You just run over here, wait for this platform to come back down and pick you up. At this point, you'll have the hang glider because you can't get to this area without it anyways. And you want to just jump off and activate your glider, and it'll carry you to this platform right here. this is where the chest is. And in the chest, you get this sword, which I forgot the name of it already. The 8-fold long blade. Very simple. It's very easy to get the chest once you are here. The hardest part of getting the sword is just getting to the shrine, which, as I showed you, is still very simple as long as you just follow that path that I showed you guys. So that is it. Let me just show you really quick the moves of the sword, I suppose. Maybe some of you are interested in that. So here's my normal square combo, just those 2 swipes. As you saw earlier, 32 damage. Earlier on, these swipes are going to be one-shotting the majority of enemies that you fight for a very long time, because it's a very powerful weapon. And then as soon as you start holding it up, you actually change stances, and you release this very powerful single strike arc in front of you. It's not a spin, unfortunately, but that's okay. It's a very katana-like moveset. Like that. So, that is it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. As I just showed you, you can get the 8-fold long blade and this soldier's bow very, very easily early on in the game. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe for more of these awesome videos. I have funny highlight videos of Breath of the Wild, as well as guide videos and all those sort of things. So subscribe for those awesome videos that are going to keep coming out. Leave a comment if there's anything in particular you want me to show you. Any particular like quest line that you had trouble with, I can do a guide video for that. Anything of that nature. Drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. There's a very clear, spoiler warning if you guys are trying to bloopers.